Welcome back, everyone. Development of my alternate histories have been stalled because the scenarios on Seasons 2 I am still developing, and may, if we release them to YouTube, probably won't be full. Polyonic War 1, yeah, that one's been cancelled as well, but it's a terrible borders, and also they may be more inaccurate than ever. So today I'm going to premiere my new scenario called The Holy British Empire 1934 scenario. It takes place in the beginnings of World War II. World War II begins in 1938 when the Holy British Empire, led by Oswald Mosley I, Emperor of the Holy British Empire Fascist Union of Fascists, it has just declared war on the United Kingdom, a bastion of hope for the Holy British Monarchist Party, which escaped out of the Holy League. So some members of the Holy League became fascist and took control of the government with the help of Mosley. So this is a speech that he made, but it was never recorded, so we have to make it ourselves. All citizens of the Holy British Empire, it is I, Emperor Mosley. Oswald Mosley I commands all of you to join the army, fight against the British king and his subjects. The King George V is dead, so King George VI has just taken power, and his brother was unable to because, well, guess what? He says his brother may be more capable than he was. And of course, World War II may begin, but the world wars before this will be respected. Armenians are saying that they are not loyal. They're more loyal to the king instead of me, their true emperor. Glory to our empire and victory for all. That was only one part of the speech. The speech goes on for 1 hour. Sorry for the cold, I'm kind of sick. This empire, in many parts of the timeline, including 1779, when it was established by King George III. Then it would come Victoria I. Yes, Victoria I. Two different monarchs occur. Of course, there's also an alternate timeline called Code Ottawa, which takes place in the timeline but divides around 1947, when King Edward decides that he will have his own kingdom while he rules the Holy British Empire of his brother. Brother would eventually cause for Queen Victoria II to be born, who was Elizabeth II in this timeline. She would have 2 sons. Okay, no, she only had 1. It was Charles. Charles III would take power and would eventually have many children. William would not become king because he was immediately exiled away. The last reigning monarchy would be with Harry. With Harry I, he would become the king of the Holy British Empire, as well as the king of the United Kingdom. The Holy British Empire in this timeline it divides in 1812, when the Holy British Empire decided to go for a more imperialist attitude to the world and invades multiple countries, including Spain. That's why it's on an island, you people. And soon enough, it takes out most of North America and some of South America, but eventually conquers all of South America in the year 1940. It eventually decides to go more for Africa, to establish the hugest colony the world has ever seen, known as Holy British Africa. And also, they kind of disassembled the Cape of Good Hope. And eventually they conquer all of Africa. And eventually we get an invasion of Europe led by Napoleon, of course. Napoleon surrenders to them, annexed, and immediately Europe is conquered. Well, they do conquer the British Isles before they conquer all of Europe and established London as the official capital again. Yeah, these guys are really crazy. Ireland stay independent and unite with the Sandwich Islands. Eventually, they seize half of the world. Eventually, they annex all dominions owned by them. The British East Indies, the Holy British East Indies, the Holy British New Zealand, and Holy British Russia, and Holy British Japan. Now, forget to mention, Japan was actually annexed by this empire before World War II began, meaning they were not a very big power then. It was back in 1842, actually. Annexed officially. The flag of Holy British Japan is the English flag, upon with a star that usually is used on the Taiwanese flag, and the old Republic of China flag. Of course, these 2 flags this spot will be used for Japan in this until 2001. And officially, Japan was reinstated by Emperor Hirohito, who was still in power in the, his father was in power, Hirohito, was secretly in power of the Holy British Japan for a long time. Heck, he even refused to join the British coalition of nations, or the Axis. Yeah, that's what it called from the British Empire. The fascist one, not the North. There would also be two revolutions taking place during the early days of the war. 1942 would see the Holy British Union and the Holy British State Revolution. State was a fascist regime attempting to take mostly its regime because it was an empire and they liked states more. And the Union was instead led by some guy named Bob. Don't ask me why. His name was Comrade Bob for a reason. His also nickname was Comrade Bob. Comrade Bob attempted to attack the Holy British Union. He led the Union to victory, but it failed severely as revolution ends. Also, they used the same shield as the Holy British Empire, except they added a hammer and sickle and removed the lion on it. Yeah, these guys are pretty weird, I know.